Hey everybody, Side Gig Guy here. I'm going to talk to you today for a little while about early retirement and my budget for early retirement. And the reason I'm doing this is not because I'm trying to sell you anything at all. This is a vlog. This is just experiential. It's just me sharing with you my experiences. I used to work for a Fortune 500 company, and I was in telecommunications for over 25 years. And I just hit a certain point where I just didn't want to work as hard as I was working. But what I'm really here to talk to you about today is my retirement budget and my plan for early retirement. Not necessarily laying on a beach somewhere. I'm still going to be working for about another decade, but just doing side gigs and having the flexibility that I want to have. I think the key to early retirement is three things. Number one, you have to have a plan. And your plan encompasses a budget as well, but a lot of other things have to come into that plan. And I'll talk a little bit about those in this video and probably in subsequent videos. Number two, you need to be debt-free, and that includes your mortgage. You need to be completely unencumbered with credit card bills, car payments, and mortgages. You need to only have your monthly expenses that come in, which is what I'm going to talk about today when I talk about the budget. And number three, in my opinion, you need to be an empty nester. All the kids need to be through high school, through college, and out of the house. You need to really just focus on you and your significant other, if you have one, when you retire. So let's talk about our budget. This is my budget for Joanne and I as it stands in 2022. All right, so the top line item you can see is savings, $1,000. Probably the first question you ask is, why are you saving so much money every month? And the answer is simple. In order to be a gig worker, I need to set aside money to buy a new car at some point and to repair my existing car. So I have formulas in my spreadsheet that account for how many miles I'm going to drive and how much I'm going to need to put aside for a new car. And that money is incorporated into that $1,000. So that money is a combination of repairs for the car, a savings for a new car, and also it includes a computational formula for FICA and Medicare withholding, which I will have to actually pay as well. Groceries is at $400. We spend a little bit more than that, and we know that we do. Healthcare is listed as a health savings account, and it's at $300 a month. I made a video on applying for healthcare and actually recorded the conversation. If you want to look at it, there's a card in this video that points back to it. We give to our church $250 a month. The State Farm number, $210 a month. That's amount for car insurance and for house insurance. It's all one payment. Gas is at $200. If I work more and I make more income, that number will tend to go up. My FICA is also $150. It's easy to compute because it's 15.3% of a net number, and I know what that net number is. Eating out may seem like a really low number, $50 a month, but that's one of the things I cut out a couple years ago, is eating out, because I found out that that's where a lot of my money was disappearing, was it just in eating out. So we only do that on special occasions, if we're on vacation or we're celebrating something. The lotto is there, so I still play the lotto. I still have my dreams. And I have one streaming service a month in addition to Amazon Prime. So that's also included in there as well. The grand total comes out to $3,400 a month. Now let's take a look at the income side. So you can see that Joe, has a pension and Social Security. Her Social Security check is $1,184 and her pension is about $260. So to make up the difference for $3,400, which is our expenses, I need to bring in $1,900. So I just came to the simple conclusion that working 19 days a month and making $100 a day would be the best way to fill in that $1,900 gap. And I'll have to do that until I start claiming my Social Security or drawing down on my 401k. This budget allows me to not have to draw down on my 401k and continue to let that money grow. The gas that I'll spend on side gigs is accounted for in this budget. And everything else expense-wise for new cars and wear and tear and all that stuff is all factored in when you consider the amount I'm going to be saving for car repairs or for a new car in general. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. I hope it answers some questions when I do my monthly reports on the finances, how I'm kind of getting at some of those numbers. This is the budget that we're operating off of right now for 2022. Thanks for your time.
Mm-hmm.